the playmaker, right? He's playing this Franco like crazy.
All right, everybody. If you're in the stadium around the world, let's get it together. This is BTK up against OP in a best of 7. It's 2-2 right now. Who's going to take the next game?
Yeah, we were talking about the first game setting the tone. Now we have 2-2. So the next one, they are looking for that momentum. They want this game to kind of bring it in to try to give this into a close.
Okay, and as we get situated here, right, both teams going to kind of set up exactly how they want to go through this rotation. Nothing out of the ordinary just yet, but one of the biggest things is, I was going to say, that. Shark, right? He's going to try to delay as much as possible, and this is what we were talking about even before game one. How much pressure can you put in the jungle, and how much can you get away with, right? That's something you want to keep an eye on. Oh, Yato.
There's a little pressure right there. Shadow Stampede comes in. Shark taking a little bit of damage, throws the hook out. BTK will be able to get away, but keep our eyes on best player here. He's going to keep vision, but nothing too major. Yeah,
what I do like is how they're moving together there. ISO actually coming back. This is kind of shades different from the earlier game. I was a little worried about having Joybosh on Kaja again, but he is now, I feel like the synergy is up there with BTK now as they move around the map.
This is like Joybosh saying, you know what, I have made up for that game one, and I'm here to do better on this hero. And I think he's, you know, he's hot right now. He's doing it. We'll see if he's actually able to turn this game into their favor, unlike in game one. Right now, a lot of just back and forth. Still, both teams looking for that first blood.
Comes Yato, almost getting the pullback. And right now, I will say this. Yato and Joybosh are definitely controlling the mid lane a lot better than they have in the past. Outplay not able to be as aggressive as they normally are in game 5.
You know, the one thing I do want to see, like in first game, we did see a couple of failed ganks. And I think that's what's going to set the tone for this game is how well BTK can kind of go to those side lanes and force the pressure and maybe force the kill.
Right now, both teams just kind of setting up. First turtle of the game is going to be here. Both teams not committing just yet.
Falling Star Moon. Promise, we doubted the Esmeralda, but look at that damage on Zane. This is going to give Outplay a very nice position over this first objective. Promise should be able to get away from this, and at this point, BTK gives up that first turtle.
Yeah, and we were just talking about this Esmeralda, especially in the early game. They go ahead, it gives them the opportunity to secure that turtle, but Esmeralda actually having the way. Oh!
Bad Bloody Hunt. ISO taking a lot of damage, and Basic picks up the kill. A good kill to go into his pocket at the start of this game.
Yeah, and great there. You can see Joybosh there in the back and go ahead and try to put some, I guess, hopefully help out here, but he still has 3 members of OP up at the top. Like we were saying, the early game from Esmeralda is going to be so important here. Promise doing such a great job.
Well, right now, XP lane-wise, it's kind of just this stalemate, right? You can kind of expect them to really show just how useful these heroes alone are later on towards, let's say, mid to late game, how they play around that. Right now, they're just going to be cutting waves and dealing with that. Now, as things kind of line up here, we're still a minute away from that turtle. They're going to put pressure, trying to get any resource, trying to get any ultimate out if they can. But really, for OP, it's in the hands of Shark. Can he land the hooks he needs? And even Hoon, you see him, he took the Divine Judgment. That's something they can play around with too. If he decides to go ahead and use that flicker combination with the Divine Judgment and get a pick off from BTK, that's great because now they have 2 options to work with, right? So Outplay has to be conscious of that along with BTK, working around any counterplay possible for them. Again, you also have to take note that the Faramis being locked in here, can you utilize that Cult Altar better, right? Better in this situation.
Ooh, Joybosh getting dangerously. Oh!
Another hook. This is bad. And comes the Cult Altar, though. Yato able to save the day. Shark. But wait, the rest of OP's here. You walk right into him, and down you go. Another kill into best player's pocket. This is the last thing you want. Yato trying to get away. Shadow Stampede does not work, but ISO now. Oh, that's a big jump. He lands. Out comes the Blazing Duet. Best player taking a little bit of damage, but ISO has to flicker back to get away. OP closing on this tower.
What a great play, outplay there by ISO to go ahead and use that BMI to get back into the tower. Almost kind of like a little trick there.
Most definitely, but wait, they're trying to lock on a Promise here, but this Esmeralda is fast. The taunt, the stop, back up on the top side though. Basic, Joybosh up against each other. ISO just trying to get away, but the tower goes down. That's freedom. We're in. We breaking through, and down goes Joybosh. ISO might just be next. He has the BMI. He goes under the tower. He's taking the shots. I'm going down, but you're not getting the kill. But wait, Yato finds Shark up on the top side. Mobazane up against Best Player. Yato here to help out as well. Best Player in a bad spot. Low, down to about 10%. Can they get the finish? He closes in and he gets away. BTK unable to get the kill.
Just so much pressure being exerted by OP. You have the top being pushed there, and then Best Player going ahead and putting the damage onto the turtle there. They are coming from all different angles, and BTK have to be able to catch their breath.
This is something they have to do, right? Because now, taking a look at the gold lead, it's obviously in favor for Outplay. The way that they're playing against BTK is what's doing that. It's building that snowball even further. Again, when you talked about the XP lane, Promise is 0-0-0. And at this time, so is T. They haven't really had much impact other than in their own lanes, in their own world. But as we get closer to, let's say, even the Lord,
Best Player gonna get caught up, pulled in, but he's still able to get away. He's slippery right now, and ISO hooked, taken out. Basic picking up another kill. The taunt comes in. Best Player in a little bit of trouble. Mozane doesn't care. Hoon pops the Cult Altar in the nick of time, and BTK still unable to secure anything here. Promise dives in the back line, but right now he's just harassing.
Yeah, just a little bit of mistiming there from Yato, not able to pull out the Cult Altar to go ahead and save ISO there.
Again, the thing you gotta note here is ISO's having a tough game, right? When you lock in the Claude, you're doing that again to fight the pretty much stolen Cult Altar, but you really want to just be able to farm up, get those 2-3 items that you need, and now they're going to lose it here.
Jumps over the wall with the Falling Star Moon. Zane in a bad spot. Speedy Light Wheel melts him down. Best Player, though, finds a kill. Yato gets pulled in, taken out. That's a double for Best Player. Tower is going to fall next. BloodThirstyKings trying to make some plays on the opposite sides of the map, but will it be enough?
They do have a little bit of an answer up at the top, but man, and we were talking about Franco actually being a part. Shark hasn't really landed too many great hooks, but still such a dominating and forceful push by Outplay.
Uh-oh, Joybaj gonna get caught off once again, and Joybaj, we saw it in game one when he's on the Kaja. I just don't think it's the pick for him. He likes to make those sets, he likes to make those plays, but right now, he's 0-2 once again.
Well, that's the thing, right? You have the Kaja locked in, but also this needs to be up. Oh, here we go again.
Into it. You don't need a hook when you got that, but wait, he's pulled back onto the tower. Cult Altar from both teams. This is a sustainable battle, and T is gonna last it out. He gets a stun. Hoon able to flicker though. Basic holding around the distance. BTK with the conceal, gonna back off, but watch Best Player here hiding down the bush. He wants to try to make a play happen. Gonna get pulled in. ISO, Yato are onto him, but BTK gonna keep things slow because they're still behind.
I do like that BTK didn't just go like a forceful to try to go ahead and push onto them. They got an advantage. They didn't like what it was, so they kind of backed off just a bit there. Still patient. They are still in this game.
Well, that's the thing. Going back to the point here, BTK is lacking damage. Now, it's great to have Faramis here, but in terms of damage, he doesn't. It's not matched to the Valentino, right? He is going to get out damage. You do have that Cult Altar, but really, oh no.
Oh no.
Here it is once again.
ISO, not like this, and that's it. Another kill to Basic. That's 4-0, and Joybaj will be next, make it a mega kill over to Best Player. They try to find Promise, but he's just too bulky right now.
Yeah, and it's shades of the first game where they were finding the pick-offs out there, but even here right now, they're not even able to find those great sets, speaking of which.
Falling Star Moon comes on top of T. Tower's gonna go down, but Shark's still holding the front side. It lands, and down goes Yato. OP might just fold him like a taco. This is looking bad. OP keeps coming in. T able to take out Hoon, but it's looking troublesome. Best Player finds him. The left lands again. Cult Altar makes him last. Now they're trying to respond. BTK here. Basic low. Shark finally goes down. Promise with the falling farm move. Able to find ISO. Mobazane though looking for Promise here. Will be able to get away from this, but that is a 3-for-2 trade. BTK hanging on.
Yeah, just under 5K lead by Outplay. Defense went in favor of BTK there, but still, like we said, they're so far behind right now that they do need to be a little bit more patient, still need to kind of get this game on just a little bit further before they can start making those plays, getting those sets, and coming together as a team to find those kills.
Like, that looked like a time, like, again, if you referencing that video where they're like, yeah, we're Outplay, we're pretty confident. That looked like a confident decision that turned out okay because they're so far ahead, but if they continue to do that, that overconfidence might punish them, and that's what BTK is looking for. But right now, Lord is going to be hard to contest here. Yato in trouble.
We were wondering about the Esmeralda. We were questioning it, and Promise is showing that he knows how to use this hero. Like you said, it was the only thing a lot of the XP laners played for a long time. Now best player taking control of this Lord that got the suppression on him. Obazane, he's melted down in seconds. Joybaj forced to use a flicker. I don't know if he's going to be able to get away from this one. Basic wants to chase him down. He's hungry. He wants a bite, but Joybaj will escape for today.
Yeah, we were talking about the XP lane, and right now, Promise, and especially coming in, it hasn't been on the season with the Promise just showing just such talent here right now.
He's channeling his Kuya Naths. That's what he's doing, right? And it's showing. The guy's 5-0-3, and that's what we talked about earlier. Early game, XP lane was, they were in their own world. Everybody was 0-0-0 for T and Promise, but now look at Promise impact here at this point of the game, almost 11 minutes in. He's a nuisance to deal with.
Oh, T, you can't do that. What are you?
Unfortunately, he kind of bites off a little bit more than he can chew there. Get
Just
taken down quickly.
Just T things. T time.
You know, sometimes. But right now, BTK, they're on the defense. It's nearly 10K gold deficit that they're working from.
Yeah, and right now, and now they're going to go ahead and start pushing down mid.
Yeah, I mean, they're pushing. I don't know if they're going to be able to get anything out of this, but they are going to try to force it. Promise, holding on the front side. Joybaj able to pull in best player. Colt Alter comes out. Hoon's had that one ready to go for a while. Promise still in the midst of things. Will be able to walk out safely. ISO wants to try to get the chase. BTK, though, still keeping it slow. Outplay holding the lead with about 9,000 gold.
And we were talking about this before. The better the game that Promise has in the early game, the better he's going to do in the late game. You saw him well behind enemy lines there, deep into the base, and still able to get out there. What does BTK need to do to kind of turn this around?
Biggest thing they need to do is just wait for ISO. Like, ISO needs the items that has to build up. He's got to get an amazing Blazing Do It off. They also have to work around the timing, right? Hoon is going around. Here we go.
Oh, there's a Blazing Duet. They find Shark. Best player on the run for the first time. OP might not want to take it, but Hoon takes it in the make of time. Down goes Mobazane. Yato might just be next. Joybaj on the run here. ISO, all of them. It's 3 up against 4. Lord's going to be up in about 50 seconds.
Utilizing that divine judgment from the IMU, Hoon able to go ahead and put a halt to that push from BTK.
Yeah, that was an amazing play. I mentioned that earlier too. You know, he has the option to take a couple ultimates here, and that time he took that divine judgment and played with the flicker.
Promise. Is he going to get away from this? Drop spawn, Star Moon will get stunned. Is he going to get away? No, he's taken out. But wait, OP's here to revenge their fallen brother. They made a promise and they're going to keep it. ISO goes down. Joybaj will be next. Basic able to pick up the kill. And while all this is happening, Hoon's up at that top inhibitor, melting it down. That's 1 down, 2 more to go, and a crystal.
Yeah, and they're starting to push in now. We have minions at the mid. Right now, they are just a force. Hoon up at the top, flanking here. Only 3 members left for BTK.
Yato down about half health. OP trying to maybe finish this right now. BTK on the brink of destruction on game 5. This could be it. No, Basic able to take out Yato, but wait, lots of stuns, lots of damage. Shark, immortality pops. Joybaj still able to defend with his team. OP got to go back for this Lord, clean things up later.
Look good. It looked like they might take it to match point, but BTK holds on a little bit longer. Question is, can they actually contest this Lord? Do they just give it up? What is that best plan for them here, Private?
Yeah, just right now, it's already over 10K. There's not really much strategically that you're looking to contest here. They're even able to split push here. You can see T in trouble.
Should be able to get away from this one. Maybe not. The Promise catches him under the tower. Promise going to take that one.
Yeah, Mobazane trying to come for an answer, but already too late. You're saying he should be able to come. Right now, Promise is just a maniac.
Man, this is a massive game here for Promise and just for the squad of Outplay right now. Securing themselves that Lord, they're going to wait to march in. This is going to be tough for BTK to defend again. Again, the itemization is not in their favor. They're down by quite a bit here. And look, the setups are looking to already happen. Shark's planting himself there, top part of the map. You have the others here in that bottom portion. And this is tough, right? They have to deal with the Lord as well before those lanes push through. Here comes the defense. Let's see if BTK can do it.
All right, conceal play comes out. ISO with the Blazing Duet just trying to melt down the Lord. That is the goal. We don't care about them. But wait, Hoon instantly annihilated. Promise forced to back off. ISO still up. Best player pretty low. Down comes the falling Star Moon on to 3 members. Best player able to pick up the kill onto ISO. Yato, Joybudge down to about 50%, and OP have closed the distance. They're on the tower. BTK trying to defend the pullback. The Shadow Stampede, and down goes best player. Immortality pops. He needs to try to get out. Another wave of minions still coming. T with the bravest fighter finds Shark. Best player on the run. Promise now on a T will get stunned. Joybudge able to find it, but the Immortality still up. Best player down to the top side, and Promise needs to get out of town quick. This is bad. 3 members down, all for the price of ISO. BTK just found a deal.
Basically, and Promise alone to tell the story of maybe overextending just a bit there. Outplay stayed too long, and BTK came back with a vengeance. There's still about a 10K loss. We're going to see what they can do with this advantage they have.
It is amazing that BTK just pulled that off. They're so far behind, and they're going.
Oh, they're going for it, all right. Down comes a stun. Can he take out Basic? No. He needs to back off. Shark gets the hook. In comes T. Gets the kill. Wait, watch Hoon. Colt Alter. They flanked him. They came around the back, and Mova Zane's under attack. Needs to get out. But wait, he wants to go in. They find it. ISO with the Blazing Duet, but it's not enough damage. Promise for ISO, a fair trade in my eyes. BTK forced to back off, though.
Yeah, they have to back up. They have no towers. There's only so long that they can keep up with these engagements while minions are starting to force their way into the base.
Oh, this is tough. Can they pull it off? Can they pull off a miracle once again? And they're down 2 members. They got to buy time here. They got to clear the waves the best they can.
That's not how you clear waves. Zane gonna get pulled back in. Basic focusing on the base, but still no minions. Another wave is coming. Joybudge down to about half health. They're gonna lock in. They're trying to finish, but wait, T's still here, able to get a kill. Yato goes down. Joybudge trying to pull Basic away. Basic 1 hit, 2 hit. He's down. They're still defending. BTK doesn't want to go out today.
A strong gust of wind would have taken that crystal down. BTK prevailing, showed they are not down and out just yet.
I think Basic was just a little bit too late there. Maybe 1 or 2 hits. Oh my goodness, BTK does it again against all the odds, and they might secure themselves this Lord. Promise might try to do something about it. Hoon also making his way here, half health. But BTK could be flipping this one around. They have worked from a massive gold deficit. And just like that, they're going to secure themselves this Lord here by Mova Zane.
And they have cut this lead in half. Only about a 4K gold lead right now. A collective breath of fresh air for BTK as they now have a little bit of room to breathe.
This right here is what we've all been waiting for. This is Mobile Legends. This is only game 5. We could be going on all night here, and I'm happy about it. OP looking for the conceal play, or just trying to cover ground. There's the hook. T, you got found. Immortality pops. Yato is here with Colt Alter. Might save him. Should be able to get away from this. He's the bravest fighter to get out of that skirmish, but now Zane's in the midst. BTK, I think, just want to try to stop the fight, and they're able to.
Yeah, great call by them not to go ahead and force the engage. They actually able to use that Colt Alter to go ahead and protect T. Now they're going to have the pressure on these lanes.
Okay, they're going to go ahead and take care of the Lord. That was the bottom side for BTK. They lose the tier 2. They might lose a couple more. It looks like the eyes for BTK are set on the top lane. They're trying to get as much space to work with as they can. Again, the majority of the game, they've been playing in their base. And now they've got this.
Oh, yeah.
That's bad. Down goes Promise, able to get the pick off. This time BTK on the chase. Big damage. Best player. Immortality pops. That won't save you today. Who's going to be next? The Appraisal Wrath drops, and heads are on the floor. Outplay on the run. It's 2 up against 5. Lord up in 90 seconds. The gold's been even, and once again, we're at a stalemate.
Yeah, BTK have turned this around. They have tied up the gold right now, 27-16, but that doesn't matter at this point in the game. 19 minutes to go, and you can see the lead. You can see the saliva coming
going
from
again.
T into the backside. He will get suppressed down, but they don't care. Taunt, stunned, taken out. Shark will survive. But at this point, the base is cracked open. BTK, wait, no! The stun, Yato will be able to get away. No, Basic picks it up, so it's some sort of saving grace.
Yeah, they pick off Yato there. They're still, I mean, so even here right now with these both of these teams right now. Even at the late game, you think that BTK have the lead, and then Shark able to catch another hook.
Just want to remind you guys, BTK was down 10K at one point. Now they're a little bit ahead, right? They've made things work in their favor. But you're seeing it. Now at this point, with this type of gold, it's just juggling items, trying to get that advantage, whether it's with that Winter Tranche, whether it's with the Immortality. We're just about half a minute away, or 20 seconds away from that Lord spawning here. Both teams want to duke this out. Now, the only downside for BTK is their base is exposed, right? That's the advantage that they have. You can also see Promise picking up an Immortality here. That's going to really play a part. Now, Shark, if he gets a pick off here and they can get a follow-up, that might turn the tide for this fight. Lord now spawning on the top side of the map, everybody getting in position, and this is where placement is very crucial and how both roams decide to play around with the conceal.
Yeah, and that, just as you mentioned there, especially having Shark on this Franco, you can't relax. Even being in that bush, T is exposed. You're just waiting for a hook. Concealed play.
Joybaj looking for something. The flicker comes in, finds him, down goes Hoon, best player on the run. Shark and Basic a little late to the party here. With Hoon gone, that's their sustainability right there.
Now, yeah, they're going to go ahead, start on this Luminous Lord OP. You can see Shark and Basic good, looking for a little bit of a play here on the other side of the map.
Oh no.
They don't have the minions.
They don't have that available. They're going to cut it up a little bit here. Lord, though, still being juggled around.
They might be trying something. Promise, getting chipped down low. ISO finally online. This should be a Lord for BTK. They take it, and it's coming soon.
Yeah, I mean, and that comes to a play. They took a risk. They had Basic. They had the split push there, looking maybe for a backdoor. Unfortunately, what that meant is they didn't have the force there at the Lord.
The problem, I mentioned the problem, right? The base was exposed. It's something they have to worry about. But with this, BTK able to claim this Lord, it's going to get even tougher, right? 22 minutes in the game. This is a beefed up Lord. It's going to march top side. That turret's already down. BTK will most likely be able to grab the other turrets of the base and work around that. Biggest thing for BTK here, avoid the set, avoid the hooks from Shark. That's something that they can do here.
So private. Carry versus the Claude. I know the carry has shred, but I think the mobility of the Claude right now is giving them a little bit of an advantage in this late game. Big stun. Joybaj very low. Colt Ultra comes in the nick of time, though. But they are under 2 towers. Falling Star Moon comes down. BTK still going. Best player. Immortality pops. Hoon able to find Yato. Joybaj getting pulled back in. Taking out best player. Taking out almost over. The Lord is here. It's a base race right now. BTK trying to end this. This is bad. Lord's still up. All they got to do is lock on. Can they do what Outplay couldn't? Ladies and gentlemen, that's match point for BTK.
Oh my goodness.
Look how excited they are.
They're at match point. Moazane is feeling it. BTK, the fans are feeling it. What a turnaround. You can hear the crowd. Wow.
Are you happy you're here?
Are you happy you're here? I might be a little jet lagged, but I am glad to be here for NACT. Holy moly. Philippines, I know what people can say about our grand finals, but holy moly, the NACT grand finals is where it's at right now.